And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Here, Lucas from Mars, again with another video, and we're finally back again with this custom league. And yeah, it took a really long time for in between episodes because my computer blew out on me. The fan was running at like max speed, and the processing on the computer was just absolute garbage. So I really couldn't work on videos for about the end of like a couple of weeks ago. Marcelo Meyer, there you get a look at his stats, but I wasn't able to really do any editing at all midpoint of a couple of weeks ago, and then I haven't even had my computer for, basically I didn't have my computer for 2 whole weeks, so, but I've got it back, and we're back in the recording. We're back recording here episodes for you guys. There's a look at the records of these two teams. A game between the Chinooks and the Jazz, and Marcelo Meyer again making his major league debut, a top prospect, a top shortstop here in this Jazz team, which is, you know, basically a 500 ball club at this point. And there's Tyreek Screwball. We won't be really focusing on him, but there's his season, and it's not been going that great for him here. A young pitcher, and you know, you hope he continues to build. That's not a great stat line for him though. And also, that's a stat line there for Aviso Garcia that's actually kind of impressive. But we are quick managing here, and we're back to this franchise, and it just kind of set up what the situation is. Right now, we are in the September call-up period. So I believe the last episode that we recorded and that I released was kind of the first prospect introduction video, where we really got to see the first prospects called up in this time of September call-ups. But that's going to be what this episode is going to be about. And I think next couple of episodes probably will be more introductions and more debuts for players. But we are getting really close to the end of the season, I can tell you that much. We only have a few more episodes left before we get to, you know, the last games of the season and eventually then the playoffs. And so I'm really excited to get the end of the season ready here and get the postseason started. And because I will be on break, Thanksgiving here this next week, I hope to be able to record a few more and at least get some more videos out to you guys regularly. I haven't really been able to edit, so I don't have like a bunch of videos already edited kind of in the background that I can just continue to record. But yeah, we're back on the side. It was really hard for me to not record videos for you guys for a couple of weeks, but that is not a catch there, and it bounces off of the arm, I believe, of the right fielder, and that is going to be Marcelo Meyer's first major league hit. So I'm talking through it here, but Marcelo Meyer, his first major league hit is a double into the wall there in right field. Ball that was nearly caught, but that is the first of many, hopefully, for Marcelo Meyer in his career. He's only like 19 years old or something, so he's definitely a really talented young player. And he's like a 75 overall. I think he's a top 3 prospect in this game right now, I think. And I mean, in real life, he's definitely a top prospect for, I can't remember who he plays for in real life. But either way, that was a big swing right there. New Orleans has 2 guys on with 2 men out. There's a swing by Nico Holzhauer that is caught in right field. And so that'll end the inning without anything else happening. But the Jazz there, they have 6 runs already, but are only ahead 1-0, and we're in my opinion, probably the best park that I mean, I didn't make this park, I downloaded it, somebody else made it, but, I mean, this is probably the best park that there is in this league, in my opinion, but either way, there's another run for New Orleans, and there's another run again, and, I mean, I don't know why they continue to pitch Screwball with literally 0 stamina right there, but either way, a base runner, a couple of base runners now, a couple of walks, and Shane Baz gives up a 2 RBI double to Val Contreras. He's pitching really well. He's having a bad season right now, to say the least, but he was pitching very good until this inning. And then there's another run, Bo Bichette with a base hit here. We saw the Chinooks in a pretty recent episode, I think. Not last one, but the one before that. And then Ty France is going to knock a base hit and a 5-run. Bottom of the 5th inning here. Portland is just going crazy on offense at the moment, and I mean, this team in New Orleans, their pitching is not very good, and not very good inning right there. 5-run, bottom of the 5th, so that is rough. And now Marcelo Meyer with his third at bat of this ball game in a 5-3 game now, as that's a ground ball stopped by Colton Wong, I believe, is the second baseman on this team, and that will end that'll get the 2 outs here now in the 6th. So it falls to 1-3 on the day. Steve Cishek pitching here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and he's going to give up some more runs. A 2-run homer from Bo Bichette, who is now 3 for 4 in this game. And, I mean, Steve Cishek is, almost 80 innings, and he's got a 4 ERA, just not good. Tim Hill, though, actually has a good stat line. But now it's a 7-3 game, but there's a home run by Salvador Perez. So, I mean, only down 3 runs now. They were down 4 just a minute ago here. Tim Hill, can he get a clean inning? He does. So we're now in the 8th. Nick Vincent on the mound. He's having a good season in 75.2 innings. And here's Marcelo Meyer's 4th at-bat of the game. He was 1 for 3 tonight, and he's got a man in scoring position right here. And a fly ball, and it's right to basically the right fielder, though, and that'll get 2 outs in the 8th. So that's a pretty big blow. 4 outs left to go. There's a base hit from Holzhauer. And Aviso Garcia gets a base hit here, his first of the game. It's a 2-run lead now, 5-7. And there's a pop-up, so still down by a couple of runs. New Orleans is gonna go back to their bullpen again, and Shane Green is pitching here. And there's a lot of guys with a lot of innings in this bullpen. But we're in the 9th now. Perez is up again, and he flies out there. 2 down in the inning. A walk by Kelnick. Jazz Chisholm at the plate here. And Jazz Chisholm is going to get a base hit. Now Johan Moncada, and Johan Moncada is going to get a base hit now. A 2-out rally, and it's a 1-run game all of a sudden. Now here comes Justin Topa, who has been really good in 79.2 innings this season with a 2.82 ERA. But now all of a sudden, Marcelo Meyer is going to get another chance, his 5th at bat of the game. And a walk and a couple of singles in a row. Now 2 out. Runner on first and second. Game tying run is in scoring position. And 0-1 is a line drive. Base hit up the middle. And there comes the run to score. The throw is not going to be in time. Jazz Chisholm, I believe, will score there on that play. Marcelo Meyer comes up big in the 9th inning here. It's tie game at 7 apiece. The 19-year-old rookie, his second major league hit, is a game-tying single with 2 down in the 9th. How about that? What a moment for the Marcelo Meyer. Now Nico Holzhauer is at the plate, and he's 2 for 4 with a couple of singles. A single right here would end the game. Oh no, we give New Orleans the lead. Sorry, they're on the road right now, but trying to steal second base is Meyer, and he is going to be gunned down. And maybe trying to be a little bit too greedy right there, trying to get his first extra base hit, his first RBI, and his first stolen base all in the same game. But, I mean, the Jazz have come all the way back in this game. They were down by 4 runs, down 7-3 in the 7th inning. And now it's a tie game at 7 as that ball runs in and actually hits Kyle Lewis right there. And he's going to get a base to bring up Tyler Naquin here. Runner on first, 1 down in the inning. Shane Green on the mound for New Orleans. And there's a grounder. That is going to get on through past Meyer. And now 2 on here with 1 man out. Here's Ryan Presley coming out of the mound. And, you know, he's been this team's closer. 37 saves is kind of a lot. The ERA at 4.07. He's got 48 strikeouts this season. And those averages against, a little high, both against lefties and righties, nearly 300. So there's a swing and a miss right there. Presley's been okay this year, I guess. He's not been like overly insane, but he's been pretty good for the Jazz. That's a big strikeout right there, though. 2 down here in the inning. Matt Chapman is at the plate, and Chapman's going to take a 4-seamer for strike 1. Chapman 1 for 3 in the game. Only batting .226 this year. I think, or .220 or .256. But either way, 1-2 pitch now. Swing and a miss. Fastball down the middle, and just cannot catch up to it. right there. Presley gets a monster strikeout, and he's fired up as we are going to go to the 10th inning, tied at 7. How about this game here? And Holzhauer is going to come up again, but this time with nobody on and nobody out in the 10th. As there is a swing and a miss at a slider right there by Holzhauer. That was not a pretty hittable pitch, but Nico Holzhauer was way too early on that one. Now, Ender Inciarte, can't say his name right here, is going to take that pitch below the knees. He's 1 for 4 in this game, only 2 for 14 in this series against Portland here. But there's a swing, and there's a fly ball, and it is caught there at by the shortstop to end the 10th. So, or the top of the 10th at least. Right in the bottom of the 10th now, Val Contreras is at the plate. He is 1 for 5 with a double and a couple of ribbies. Ryan Presley trying to get 2 innings of relief here in this outing, as there's a fly ball. Holzhauer on his horse, and he's not going to get there. That ball bounces in front of the wall, and the second double of the game for Val Contreras tonight. His 36th of the year. Well, that's okay. That's kind of actually impressive. An impressive stat line there, as that's a strike 2 to Colton Wong, who is 0 for 4 tonight on the day. And now Presley is going to get the sign from his catcher and come set on a 1-2. And it's strike 3 at the top of the zone. Big pitch by Presley. And, man, he's had a couple of big strikeouts to end these innings here. We go to the 11th. And here's Salvador Perez. He's 1 for 5 with a solo shot in the 7th inning here. 0-2 pitch by Justin Topa. Is a swing and a drive by Perez to deep left center. And that ball is gone. Salvador Perez, his second homer of the game. And the Jazz have completed their comeback here tonight. 31st of the year for Salvi. And it is an 8-7 lead for the Jazz here in the 11th inning. Wow, and he is fired up. So was the bench there after that ball left the yard. And a no-doubt shot from Salvador Perez to give New Orleans the 8-7 lead. And how about that? A 4-run comeback here in this bowl game. And Perez, a big part of it. He had a home run that kind of got the rally started in the 7th inning. And then a big-time shot to give the lead to the Jazz. And, wow, I mean, 422 on the distance. Crushed it, looked at his bat, and said, yeah, that's what that bat is supposed to do right there. Get the ball out of the ballpark. An impressive swing. Joe Kelly now comes out of the bullpen. And hasn't been great in 40 innings right now, but you just need to get him having a 3 outs. That's all you need. As there is a swing and a miss by Jared Kelnick to get the first out of the 11th here. Now Jazz Chisholm is up 1 for 4 with a single and an RBI in the game. 1-2 pitch now is a ground ball and a nice snag by the first baseman there on a line drive. Good play by Ty France there at first base. And here's John Birdie, 241 average for him this year, 18 stolen bases. And a 789 OPS. Actually not bad numbers right there by Birdie. And he's going to pop this one up, though, behind the plate. And Carson Kelly is going to get that one to end the top of the 11th inning. So Portland now down to their last 3 outs in this bowl game. Thanks to that man, Salvador Perez. His second homer of the game. This one absolutely massive. And the Jazz trying to complete the comeback here tonight. So now we go bottom 11, and here's Andrew Miller coming out of the bullpen, and he's not had a great season overall. I mean, the averages against actually are really good, but a 5.45 ERA, 24 walks, that's a bit of an issue. In only 38 innings, it's probably been his Achilles heel this season here. But here's Bo Bichette, 3 for 5 in this game. He's having a great one tonight, including a couple of RBIs. He's going to fly this one into the outfield here. Garcia in right is going to get there and make the catch. So that's a big first down here in the 11th. 2 down in the 11th inning here now. Tyler Naquin comes on up. And so Portland here down to their last out in this game. Here's an 0-1. And it's a little chopper right in front of the mound. Perez is going to throw it to first to get the final out. I think that's quite fitting that Salvador Perez is the guy that secures the victory for the Jazz in this one. They win it here. A great comeback victory for them tonight. Down 7-4, or 7-3 in this game. 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th, and 1 in the 11th to win the game. And of course, Marcelo Meyer was a huge part of that comeback, actually. Came up clutch with a 2-out go-ahead single in the 9th inning. So the rookie there, a big part of this win for the Jazz, and that's really awesome to get to see a young player like that make that kind of an impact in a game, as the Jazz are going to move to 67-68, so they're only a game below 500 now on the season. And I mean, the wildcard race is pretty close. There's not really a lot of separation right now in the wildcard race, so the Jazz realistically have a shot at getting there. I don't really know if they will. I mean, their team is really young. That's kind of the only issue that I see right now. Salvador Perez, though, 2 for 6 in the game. Holzhauer was 2 for 5, and Marcelo Meyer was also 2 for 5 with an RBI. Mountcastle had his first triple of the season. Jody Kelnick had a couple of doubles as well. I mean, those averages pretty decent, not awful stuff there. But Perez, 31 homers and 84 ribbies now on the season. He might get to 100 this year. Jazz Chisholm, 55. Moncada, 46. Mountcastle, 65. Kelnick, 57. And Garcia, 48. I think that says it because, yeah, he got hurt a little bit this year. But there's the pitching. And, I mean, that's the biggest issue with this New Orleans team is their pitching staff is just not very good. Shane Baz has really struggled in this season, and I mean, the bullpen ERA is there. Really, the only good one to speak of is Tim Hill. So everybody else kind of not great there. Bichette, 21 homers for him this year. He's got 71 RBIs now. France got a couple of ribbies. He's got 65 on the season, and Alcantara got 2 of them as well. He's got 42 on the season, including 36 doubles. So he might get a shot to, you know, get 40-plus doubles this year. That's actually pretty impressive. I think he's a rookie as well. And Tyreek Skubal, 4.2 innings, 3 runs, 4 strikeouts. Not great. I mean, the bullpen actually for Portland in this game gave up a lot of runs. Basically all the runs in this game given up by this bullpen for the Chinooks. So that'll be that game for you. And we'll continue with these call-ups here. I'm going to go to Robert Poisson from the Dominican Republic, debuting for the Bison. And he's got great contact ability here, 56 and 63 contact. Everything else about, you know, mid to mid-40s. Only 36 power versus lefties there. So he's definitely not a power guy, but he's a contact hitter. I mean, he's very, very young, only 18 years old, beat potential, 74 overall guy. And so I don't know if he's going to start next year for the Bison. He probably will. I mean, it all depends. If he doesn't do well this season, he might start in AAA again next year. But Robert Poisson is making his Major League debut here in this episode. And he'll do it against Robbie Ray, who's had a pretty decent season for Winnipeg. Probably their best pitcher for that team because the Wizards have kind of struggled this season for sure. But, I mean, we get another look at these unbelievable jerseys. And OKC's jerseys, I really like these uniforms. I think I might get rid of the orange pinstripes, though, on the front of the, on the actual jersey, though. There's a ground ball, and Poisson immediately, I don't know how many pitches he had gotten in that at bat, but immediately here, well, not immediately, we're in the 3rd inning already, but Poisson is going to get his first Major League hit right there in his first Major League at bat. So he gets it out of the way quickly here. And, I mean, talking about the jersey, and I kind of missed that call when it happened. But either way, a good swing from Robert Poisson there in a line drive single. So, yeah, I mean, I do like these uniforms. I might take the pinstripes out of these uniforms, though, going into next season. I think I'm going to modify a lot of the jerseys in this game going into next year. I'll talk about that, you know, when the offseason kind of gets closer or when we review the stats. I think I'll probably talk about, you know, what I want to do with some of these uniforms going into year 2. And that's a fly ball out in his second at bat here. I won't change the Winnipeg jerseys. Those jerseys are sick. But we go quick managing here. And we are in a 1-0 game. Bottom of the 5th inning. As Christian Arroyo gets a double here. Tommy Pham at the plate against Pablo Lopez. And Tommy Pham is going to get a double into the gap to put Winnipeg ahead 2-1. As we are continuing to go bottom of the 6th. Base hit now. Justin Upton up, and Phil Bickford is actually going to replace the starter here. 2 men on a stolen base. I'm not sure how many runners are on base. I thought there was 2, but we're in the 7th inning now. Still a 2-1 game. A man on now for Robert Poisson. 1-4-2, and I think that's how you pronounce his last name. I probably should have looked that up before I started recording this, but either way, there's a swing. Ball hit hard, and oh man, it is caught by Bryce Harper there and right. That almost got over his head. That would have been extra bases and probably an RBI. But now we're in the bottom of the 7th, and here's Rafael Montero to pitch in this 7th inning. And there's a double play, and I mean, if nothing happens offensively, we might not have seen the last at bat in this game for Poisson here. There's a base hit. There's a double play. That's unfortunate. Manny Machado will get on there, but that's a strikeout. So we're now in the bottom of the 8th. A double by Tommy Pham, and there's a stolen base. Bryce Harper's at the dish. Yeah, I walk a pitch around him for sure. Strikeout of Upton, and Willie Adames gets a base hit. 2 more runs score on a Willie Keegan Ruiz triple. How about that? Great job. Keegan Ruiz is only 26 speed, so probably doesn't have a lot of triples this season, I wouldn't assume. But now, Winnipeg is up 5-1. There's a home run by Andrew Vaughn. Makes it 2-5. There's Chad Green. He's going to come come into the game, and Chad Green has had a wonderful season for Winnipeg. He's got like a 1 below 2 ERA right now. And actually, that is going to be the game. So, Bob Poisson does not get a 4th at bat, or he does. Oh, did he get a 4? I think he got only 3 at bats in this game. But either way, the Wizards take this game here 5-2, and I'm not sure the records are of these teams. I know the Wizards are struggling this year, and I think the Bison are about 500. They are probably neither one of these teams are going to be figuring into the playoff picture very much going into the final month of the season, but a decent debut there for Robert Poisson. So now we're going to really focus on this full game between Jack Leiter and Matthew Thomson, the Bees and the Cougars here. And, I mean, the Bees right now really fighting for this NL West control. And we're going to look at Jack Leiter first. I mean, this is one of the most highly touted pitching prospects in baseball here. Of course, the son of a great MLB player. And, I mean, look at his stats in this game. He really came in overpowered. He came in as like a 70 overall in this game. And he's got some crazy stats there. Like, take a pause at those stats because they're really impressive. And then on the other end, you got Matthew Thomson, a guy from Texas here, 21 years old, big potential for him, but a 70 overall, and he's had a really good season in AAA, and you figure just give him a shot. I mean, he's got high 50s in basically every statistical category right here. He's not elite at anything necessarily, but he's pretty good at everything basically here. And so we're going to pitch a full game. We're going to go into this full game between these 2 young pitchers and hopefully 2 young stars in this league. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Bees here 69-65. Meanwhile, the Cougars 59-75. So kind of opposite records here. But Matthew Thomson and Jack Leiter making their Major League debuts today in this bowl game. So looking forward to this matchup here. For sure. And again, every win here for Salt Lake is huge because they're really fighting with both the Rattlers and the Sharks at the moment. Nick Madrigal, 276 average for him this year. He's actually been better on the road. Only 2 home runs and 33 RBIs, but he's getting on base decently well, so that's all you really need him to do. There's a fly ball, and that is caught. That's Matthew Thomson's first Major League out of his career, and it's 3 pitches into the game. Let's take a look at this this Bees lineup, excuse me. Nick Madrigal there, Joey Wendell batting second, Acuna batting 241, Teoscar batting fourth, TJ Crone, Miguel Andujar, Luis Torrens, DJ Stewart, and then Elias Diaz to finish off that at bat there, or that batting order. And here's Joey Wendell, 276 average for him this year as this Bees number 2 hitter. Takes that fastball outside. And, 42 runs this season, 11 stolen bases, only a 710 OPS for him this year. But now a 2-0 to him from Matthew Thomson is a line drive, and that one will fall in. That's going to be a base hit. So, getting on is the runner there now. It's Ronald Acuna Jr. One of the most dangerous hitters in baseball here. An 816 OPS for him, 26 home runs and 72 RBIs. So, I've kind of mentioned it whenever we saw him that his average and his on base is not necessarily incredible, but he's still having a good year, as that's a ground ball double play right there to get Thomson out of the first inning. And so a walking around the hit by Wendell here in the top of the first. Now, here he is, a much anticipated debut for Jack Leiter. Some information on him, 6'1", on the height, 21 years of age, and he was having a really good, impressive season down there at AAA. And I thought about maybe waiting a year to have him pitch, but I'm like, well, why not? He's a 74 overall. This team needs, another pitching boost going into a playoff push. Why not have him pitch a little bit here in the major league level this season? Because he's going to be a starter next year for this team anyway. There's Luis Robert, 279 average, 22 home runs, and 54 RBIs. So he's having a really good season, man. And he's doing pretty well. He's one of the better hitters in this Chicago batting order. And he's going to get a single just like Joey Wendell did here. And so there's a hit to lead off the bottom of the first inning, though. Now here's Josh Harrison batting 271 this season. And that's a stolen base. Saved by miles. 17th for Robert this season. And he had a pretty decent jump here. But the throw, he just absolutely tore into second base there. No chance. The pitch was outside. Not a great pitch to try and get him out on. There's a fly ball, and that's caught. And that will actually tagging up from second base and all the way to third. Some good base running right here. As we're going to look at this lineup for Charlotte now. Luis Robert leading off. You got Josh Harrison batting second. Justin Turner batting third. Nelson Cruz, Delino DeShields Jr., Albert Pujols batting sixth. Trey Sweeney making his Major League debut today, actually. And then Justin Lawler and Roberto Perez finished off the lineup here. That's a foul ball. I should have traded Justin Turner at the trade deadline. I think I already mentioned that in a previous episode. But he's still on this team, so now a 1-2 pitch here. And it's a swing and a miss. Strike 3, and there's the first strikeout for Jack Leiter in his career. And it's a big one, too, actually, with a man 90 feet away to get the second out of the inning. And, yeah, that's going to be the first of many for a guy who, should be a staple in this Salt Lake City Bees team. There's a swing and a miss there for Nelson Cruz. 17 homers and 49 RBIs, 234 average. It's not been a great season for Nelson Cruz. I don't know if he's going to retire at the end of this year. I think in real life he's continuing to play, and he hasn't retired yet, I don't believe, in real life. And so, if he comes back in the game, I guess I'll keep him around. He's not going to be playing for Charlotte, though, I don't think. But either way, we go to the second inning. Here's TJ Crone, 17 homers, 41 RBIs, and a 248 average. A little bit below expectations for him this year, though. As Matthew Thomson on the mound, line drive, and it's caught right on the line there by Josh Harrison at third base. TJ Crone is like, what the heck? I just made basically perfect contact, and I don't get rewarded for it. There's Miguel Andujar, 15 homers, 43 ribbies, He wasn't really a starter at the beginning of the year, but he's actually he turned into one, basically, for Salt Lake this season. There's a fly ball to right field, and it's caught by Cruz to end the top of the second inning. So we will go to the bottom half now. And yeah, Trey Sweeney is making his Major League debut as well today. I didn't mention that before. But here's Jelena DeShields, bottom of the second, 265 average. He's been okay since being called up and being put in that starting lineup for Charlotte, but he gets a strikeout there. And that's Leiter's second of the night. And now it's Albert Pujols here. And, yeah, he's not having a good season, and this is going to be his final year. I mean, 645 OPS, 14 homers, and 47 RBIs. And, you know, this is the season. He's close to some major milestones in this season, of course. We know what he did in real life this season. And, yeah, I'm going to replicate that. I mean, I have to go in and play some at-bats with him on rookie difficulty. I'll do that just to get him to, you know, that 700 home run milestone. But here's Trey Sweeney in his first at-bat here in the majors. I think he is, you know, 21, 22 years old, a 70 overall guy. Not an insane prospect here, really, by any means, for Charlotte. But, you know, he's a prospect, and it's September. And he's a guy, you know, a bad team here in the Cougars, so why not give him a shot? That was a strikeout of the side right there, by the way, from Jack Leiter. That was a beautiful inning. Absolutely filthy stuff right there from Jack Leiter. Already showing off his impressive arsenal of pitches. Super excited for a guy like him to, you know, really make an impact. Elias Diaz at the dish. Only a 226 average. He's kind of struggling this year for the Bees. Ground ball stopped by Justin Turner there to end the top of the third inning. And Thomson, no strikeouts yet, but 3 really good and 1-hit innings. So these two rookies are really dueling right now at the moment. And there's a pop-up over at the third base side. And that one is going to be caught by Harrison in the third. Still no score, still only 1 hit for each team. 2 outs now in the fourth. Here's Acuna. And that one is going to be a fastball, strike 2. As coming set here again is Matthew Thomson. Here comes an 0-2 pitch. It's a swing and a miss and a curveball down below the zone. And Matthew Thompson's first Major League strikeout is against one of the best hitters in baseball, in Ronald Acuna Jr. That is an impressive guy to strike out for your first big league K. Doesn't happen until the end of the fourth inning, but, you know, he's, again, not a guy that's going to get a lot of strikeouts probably, at least at this point in his career. Now here's Justin Turner, and, I mean, he's got a strikeout today, 0 for 1, 2-2 count here. And there's a swing and a miss. Leiter outside part of the plate, and Leiter with his 5th of the game. I mean, man, he's looking really good right now in this game. And those off-speed pitches are just deadly. They're 84 miles an hour, perfectly placed. Now Nelson Cruz at the dish, and Cruz is going to pop this one up. First base side, Crone, a little bit of a jog there to get to it. Excuse me, that'll end the fourth inning. Still no score. Still only 1 hit for each side, as here's Teoscar. And Hernandez will ground it over to third base. The throw actually pulls Turner off the bag. And so that's going to be an error there on Josh Harrison at third. Only the second base runner of this game down there. And now there's a walk. So 2 men on here. And nobody out. So Miguel Andujar is up now, and he's 0 for 1 in the game. Remember, that runner at second base, not going to be earned if it scores, I don't believe. There's a curveball, and that one misses as well. So you got to watch out here if you're Matthew Thomson. Already has a 1 walk in this inning. 3-1 count to Andujar here. Is a slider that misses for ball 4. So, I mean, really pitching well through 4 innings, and now running into trouble here in this 5th is Matthew Thomson right now. Bases loaded for Luis Torrens, who's 0 for 1 tonight. Fly ball deep right field. And that is going to be caught. I believe Joe Seals is out there on right. It's going to score a run, and it's going to bring the runner at second down to third base. So Salt Lake will score first here in this game off of a sacrifice fly. And it's 1-0. Now DJ Stewart on at the plate. 0 for 1 in the game. And Thomson, can he limit the damage? It's a ground ball. And a stop. Now can't pick it up. Throw to first. Not going to be in time. And another run will score. And that is going to be scored a base hit, I think, on Terrence. No error. Or for Stewart there, no error. I don't think it's going to be charged. But not the best scenario there. It's now 2-0 Salt Lake. And now Elias Diaz at the dish. Diaz is going to line it into the outfield here. It's going to fall in. And they're not going to test the runner there. They're going to hold the man at third base. But Diaz with a single. The bases are loaded back up again. Nick Magical now at the plate. And that's a strikeout on the corner with a fastball. Good pitch. And, I mean, desperately needed that strikeout right there. Huge strikeout. Only the second of the game. But right really when he needed it. Now there's 2 outs in the inning. They actually came back from 3-1 in that at-bat. But now 3-0. Joey Wendell is going to take ball 4, and that's a walk. And that's the worst feeling right there, to walk in a run like that. And now Salt Lake is up 3-0. And that is going to be the last pitch for Matthew Thomson tonight. And, I mean, he was really good for, 5 innings. He's going to end up 5.2 innings pitched in this game. And, I mean, overall, not an awful game for him in his rookie season. But, really, Joe Ross is going to need to do a good job here to hold this game right where it is. Because those runs right now on base would all be charged to the man that just came out of the game, Matthew Thomson. And Joe Ross this season, 132 innings. He's actually, I think he's been a starter, maybe. I think he got taken out of the starting role because Matthew Thomson was called up. There's a swing and a miss. And, man, Otto Acuna Jr. there was the batter with the bases loaded. And Joe Ross just got a massive strikeout right there to end the top of the 5th. So the Bees get 3 runs. I think they only got 2 hits and a couple of walks in that inning. But now 3-0. We go to the 5th inning here. Shields is going to swing and miss there at a slider. Jack Leiter with 6 strikeouts now. I think that's the second time he's gotten to Shields in this game. And that was a great pitch there. The Shields laid on it. Filthy off-speed pitch below the knees. And, I mean, Jack Leiter's location in this game has just been fantastic so far. And there's a ground ball, and it's going to get over the glove of Leiter and into center. And Trey Sweeney is going to notch in his first major league hit here in his 3rd at-bat in the big leagues. Congratulations to him here, as I'm okay with that. A rookie getting a hit here off of another rookie. It's only the 2nd hit of the game, actually, for Charlotte all night. So, pretty impressive there for Sweeney to finally, crack the hit column against Jack Leiter. I'm not sure how many guys Jack Leiter had gotten in a row, after he gave up a hit. He gave up a hit, like, in the 1st inning, actually. So, first hit given up in a really long time in this game. Jordan Waller at the dish here. And Waller cannot catch up to that fastball there. 4-seamer high in the zone. And, man, 7 strikeouts and 5 beautiful 2-hit innings by Jack Leiter right now. He is just incredible. So Joe Ross here in the 6th. Miguel Andujar. And a diving stop. What a play by Justin Turner. Man, not known for his defense necessarily. He's an old guy at this point in his career, but, man, that was a brilliant play right there. How about that? So that'll end the 6th inning. Keeps the game at 3-0 here. And here's Roberto Perez. He is 0 for 1 in the game so far with a flyout way back in the 3rd inning here. Only his 2nd at bat of the game. 1 and 2 here from him. And that's a diving play. Whoa. Ronald Acuna Jr. flashing the weather out there in center field. Wow, let's look at this play again. That was unreal. How about that play? 19 miles an hour, the top speed. 54 distance on the cover there. Whew. Man, I mean, Acuna is just a absolute spectacle. He's just such a good player and a special guy to watch, really. There's a ground ball that is going to end up being a base hit here in the 6th. Robert gets only the 3rd hit of the game against Leiter, his 2nd hit of the night, actually. And there's a line drive, and that one is going to get through as well. And so a couple of singles here in the 6th. And all of a sudden, Charlotte is actually doing some damage against Jack Leiter right now. As that ball misses, here's Justin Turner. He is 0 for 2 in the game with a couple of strikeouts here. He's only 2 for 10 in the series, but he is a dangerous hitter. 1-1, fly ball. That is deep into the gap, and that ball is going to go, and it's going to bounce off the wall for extra bases. 1 run's going to score. Right on his horse is his 2nd runner, and they get him out at home plate. Whoa. What a rally to get Josh Harrison at the dish. Man, oh man, that was a brilliant rally there and a brilliant play by Acuna again, who had a diving play of then. What? I mean, that's exactly how you turn an outfield rally back into the infield there, and just barely getting Harrison with that one. How about that? And that's a swing and a miss on Nelson Cruz on an off-speed pitch. 8 strikeouts for Jack Leiter. We saw some great defense in that inning right there. And Jack Leiter, man, unreal. What a debut. 7 innings, or 6 innings actually, 1 hit, or 1 run on 5 hits and 8 strikeouts tonight. I mean, you can tell this guy is going to be a superstar in this league, I think. As Luis Torrens is going to come on here on the top of the 7th inning. And he was 0 for 1 on the day with a sac fly. And he's going to line it. Oh, that's going to be a base hit. Justin Turner tried to make another diving play to stop that one, but there's a single. Man on first, DJ Stewart at the dish now. And Joe Ross is going to lose Stewart here. Another walk, 2 men on, and there's nobody out for Elias Diaz. 1 for 2 in the game, a single in the 5th inning. Let's see what Diaz does here. 2-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss. Great pitch by Joe Ross right there to get out number 1. Now it's Nick Magical. 2 on, 1 out. There's a drive. Center fielder is going to get there, makes the play. And tagging from second base is the runner. The throw back into the infield cut off by Harrison. Now there's 2 down. Joey Wendell is going to ground it over to short. And that's a great job of damage control by Joe Ross, who gets through the 7th inning. A couple of hits allowed, but no runs as we go middle of the 7th inning. And, I mean, we'll see. And, yeah, they're going to bring out a new pitcher, Peter Fairbanks. I'm not sure why they go to this guy because he's had a bad season. I mean, 3.08 average against righties this year, 30 walks in 49 innings, a 5.84 ERA. Not the guy I would choose to go to in a 2-run game, but that's just me. Bottom of the 7th here is Delino Shields Jr., 0 for 2. With a couple of strikeouts in this game so far. 2-2 pitch here from Fairbanks is strike 3, a 2-seamer right on the corner, and that's the 3rd strikeout of this game for Delino Shields, who is not having a good night, and that was a perfect pitch, man, right on the corner. Nothing you can do with that one at all. So now Trey Sweeney back up, and he's 1 for 2 tonight in the game. As Fairbanks looking for a good, clean inning here in the 7th. And that's a pop-up behind the dish. Elias Diaz will get there and make the catch to end the 7th inning. So I kind of talked some trash about Fairbanks. He comes in and he does the job. I mean, gets a 1-2-3 inning there in the 7th. So Charlotte running out of outs in this game. We move on to the top of the 8th, and here's Darren O'Day. And 32 innings for him, a 4.68 ERA, and 33 strikeouts to 9 walks. I mean, the average against the righties is 270, so not very good. And here's Ronald Acuna, 0 for 3, has got a couple of strikeouts in this game. Not a great one for him right now. 1-2 pitch, and it's another one for him. Swing and a miss outside. 3 strikeouts tonight against Ronald Acuna Jr. And, wow, way late on that fastball there. Actually, I think he was late, maybe a little early. I can't quite tell, actually, based on that replay. But either way, now C.J. Cron, fly ball, center field, and that one is going to be caught in center there to end the top of the 8th inning. So, middle of the 8th inning now, and it's going to be the setup man and the closer here. And, well, the setup man for the Bees this season is Scott Barlow, and he has been ridiculously good this year. 26 holds on the season, a 37 innings pitched, and, I mean, a below 2 ERA, like a 1.95, I think that was. So he's been incredible this season. And there's a ground ball, and he's going to get through the 8th inning with no issues at all. 1-2-3, 8th. So 27th hold of the season, if it does, in fact, hold in this game. But if we go to the 9th, and you get to see batting order 6, 7, and 8, as there's Kenley Jansen, and Kenley Jansen has been kind of bad this year, actually. 55 strikeouts, 31 saves, 42 opportunities. I mean, lefties are absolutely crushing him. 365 average against lefties this season. That is pretty brutal. And now Luis Torrens is going to take ball 4 inside. So 1 down, man on first here. And DJ Stewart is up again. He's got a single and an RBI in this game. And here comes a 1-2 from Jansen. Line drive, and that ball is down, and that ball is going to roll to the wall. Bouncing off of it here. Let's see if they test it. They are going to test it here. He's going home. The throw to the plate is going to be in time. I mean, they got him by a couple of steps. I'm not really sure why they decided to go and test that there. That was way too aggressive. But there's out number 2, and another runner cut down at the dish here in this game. But, yeah, he got him by 2 steps. I mean, Perez was just waiting for him there at home plate. So, and that was not a good decision there by, I don't know if he blew by a stop sign or whatever, but now trying to go to third. And, wow, that was a good play right there by Elias Diaz, actually. Or no, by Roberto Perez. He's actually a, really good defensive catcher. And the defense in this game has been actually incredible, really. We've seen a lot of good defensive plays. But the Cougars here are down to their last 3 outs, and they got 2, 3, 4 back up here in this batting order. So they got a chance, but they got to do it against Taylor Rogers, who's only blown 3 saves this year. 42 saves, a 4.1 ERA. It was a little high for him, but 38 saves and 41 opportunities. So he's been a save machine this year for Salt Lake. Justin Turner at the dish. Right now in Salt Lake looking for their 70th win of the season here. 2-1 is a ground ball, and that is going to get through and into the outfield for a single. So the game is going to continue to go on here. That's the tying run now at the plate for Nelson Cruz. Swing and a miss. Slider outside corner. Great pitch by Taylor Rogers. 2 down here now in the 9th. And I mean, started him off with a fastball. Went to the slider, back to the fastball. I mean, alternated the pitches that he threw in that at-bat and got him with an outside slider. Now Deliner to Shields. He's going to foul this one off, and, he's had a rough day. He's struck out 3 times today in this game. Last time at-bat at the 7th inning, and he's down there. He's their last out here for the Cougars. It's a ground ball, stopped, and they're going to go to first, and they are going to get the outs. And the Bees get the win here against Charlotte, and Jack Leiter does not get credit. Actually, I think Jack Leiter might get credit for the win in this game. I think he will. And he wins his first start of his career. And Rogers with his 39th save for the season. Yeah, Jack Leiter gets the win. Thomson gets the loss. But the Bees get their 70th win of the year. And meanwhile, the Cougars drop their 76th game of their season here. But some great defense in this one. And a close game. I mean, a low-scoring game. So really, both pitchers on both sides did a good job today. They did it came out and did their job in their rookie debuts here. 3-1 final. The Bees actually sweep this series against the Charlotte Cougars here. But yeah, I mean, only, 11 hits total in this game. So really the offense was at a premium for both teams tonight. As you see the box score here, Luis Robert, the only player besides Justin Turner to get multiple hits in this game. Both those guys are batting .281 on the season, which is actually very impressive. You saw Trey Sweeney get a hit as well. He was 1 for 3 in the game. Justin Turner now with 70 RBIs even on the season. And now there's the pitching. And Thomson, 4.2 innings, 3 hits, only 1 earned run. So he ended up with an only 1.93 ERA when all was said and done. 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Honestly, not a bad game at all. Ross came in, 2.1 innings of scoreless baseball. And the rest of the bullpen was actually really effective for Charlotte as well. But yeah, Thomson, I mean, you take that for, his first start of the season. I would have liked to see him pitch a full 5 innings, but either way, that 5th inning was a little rough for him. But either way, you look at the Salt Lake batting order here, and Joey Wendell had a hit. He was 1 for 3 with an RBI in this bowl game. And then Terrence was 1 for 2 with an RBI, batting .265 on the season. Stewart was 2 for 3 with an RBI, .250 on the year. He's making his impact felt here. 24th RBI for him. Wendell with his 31st, and Terrence with his 12th RBI of the year. Stewart's got 11 doubles this season as well. But look at this start here by Jack Leiter. Really good stuff. I mean, 6 innings, 5 hits allowed, only 1 run, no walks, and 8 strikeouts. A 1.5 ERA. That is really impressive. Fairbanks, Barlow, and Rogers closed the door. Rogers below a 4 ERA now with 39 saves. And Scott Barlow, man, 1 inning of relief. He's got a 1.89 ERA this season. That is one of the best in baseball. So, that's a big win for Salt Lake here. And, we got a few minutes left in this episode. So, what is going to happen here? We go back, and we're gonna highlight one more Major League debut in this episode, and that is of Sal Frelick for the Diablos here. And a B potential guy, 72 overall. Really good fielding numbers for him, and he got 55, 53 contact numbers. Not a lot of power there, 36 and 34, and a 70 vision. So, I mean, really the power, really the contact numbers and the vision is really the only thing that is really setting him apart. Only 21, not a guy with a lot of, crazy potential, but again, September calls, we want to give him a chance. And we go into the bottom of the first inning. It's already a 4-1 game. And so Sal Frelick is going to get his first at-bat here of his career in the first inning of this game. So a lot of offense happened immediately in this one. Here we are in 2 o'clock grounds. Okay, 1-1. 1 hit for Houston, 4 runs, 4 hits for Mexico City. That's impressive. So we go quick managing here again. And in the top of the third, Jordan Yamamoto pitching for the Mexico City Diablos. So he gives up a run, 2 on, and 2 men out. So Frelick back up again for his second at bat. 4-2 game. 1-2 pitch here. And he's going to take a slider high. That was a really hittable pitch right there. And Frelick is upset with himself that he did not pull the trigger on that one. Definitely would like that pitch again. So 0 for 2 now on the resume. And there's a strikeout. A couple of strikeouts gets out of that inning there. And a couple of errors. And the offense not doing anything there in that quick manage. But we got JD Martinez at the plate here in the top of the 5th inning. Frelick playing center field now for Mexico City here. And we're going to show him in the field a little bit, as that's a fly ball, and it's relatively deep, but Frelick is going to be there easily to make the catch and end the top of the 5th inning. So halfway home in this game, Mexico City up 4-2. So it's still 4-2 as Frelick goes to the dish here in the bottom of the 5th. He's 0 for 2 on the day. 1-1 count now to Frelick. Is a line drive, and it's hit well, but it's run down in right field. by Yastrzemski, I believe, is the right fielder on Houston here. And so that'll end the 5th. It's still 4-2. Because Archer pitching for Houston in this game. And they're going to go with a Bradley Falter out of the bullpen here. Los Dos Santos pitching now for the Reapers. There's a 2-run homer. It's a 6-2 game now for Mexico City. And Frelick will come on up here again in the bottom of the 7th. 0-for-3. Looking for that first big league hit here. Here it comes, and 0-1. It's a swing and a drive way back to left center field. And Sal Frelick leaves the yard. It's a home run. His first major league hit is his first long ball of his career. How about that? Sal Frelick doesn't have a lot of power in his repertoire at all, but he crushed that baseball, and it's an 8-2 lead now for Mexico City. Man, oh man, they continue to pour it on in this game against the Reapers here, and Frelick knew it right away. I mean, he sets the bat down, and that ball was crushed. Man, all the way up into the concourse kind of area there in left center field, and he's like, where are I? Where everybody's not, there it is. Like nobody was celebrating there for a minute, but congratulations, that's an awesome moment right there for Sal Frelick. We really haven't seen a lot of first home runs for a lot of these guys, but that was an awesome moment. I mean, I loved hitting with him there and getting that moment. That was really cool. So the game now, top of the 9th inning, and looks like Mexico City is going to pull away right now. They're up by 6 runs. Bailey Falter is still pitching. He's got 43 pitches right now. Looking to have like a 4 or 5 pitch outing out of the bullpen in this game. And right on him here. Sal Frelick didn't even need to move right there, basically. But only 2 more outs to get. A base hit, a ground out, and a pop out, and that is going to end the game. So Mexico City wins that one. I'm not sure what their record is after that game, but they're in a wild card chase right now. Certainly with the, I mean, not with the Reapers, really. The Reapers have a pretty decent lead in this division right now, but Mexico City is definitely in the playoff hunt right now for a wild card spot, so they got to win these games, man, especially against divisional opponents. So an 8-2 win, and that was awesome, man. I mean, we got a home run from the man that we were focusing on. Rafael Devers had a double and a couple of RBIs for Houston here. 77 on the season for him now, but that was really the only offense to speak of for this Houston team here. And Chris Archer gave up 4 runs in 5 innings. Not great. De Los Santos also gave up 4 runs in only 1.2 innings. And yeah, 4.86 ERA is nothing really that impressive. But yeah, there you go. I mean, home run. Sal Frelick 1 for 4 today. 2 RBIs. Mercado 1 for 4 as well. But I mean, a lot of stuff done by this offense. Grandal had his 45th homer of the season. That's insane. Hunter was 16th of the year. Moustakas had a home run as well. And Grandal's got already over 100 RBIs, 104. I mean, if not for Juan Soto doing what he's doing right now, which is, I mean, just popping off, Yasmani Grandal is seriously an MVP candidate right now, which is kind of crazy to think about. But, because in real life, he's kind of not great. But Cronenworth has 50 RBIs. Moustakas now with 55. And there's a look at the pitching. And that is going to be the end of the episode here for you guys. Man, I'm glad that we finally got back to recording. And I really do appreciate you guys sticking with me in this franchise. I know it was a long wait. I do apologize for just computer issues. There's nothing I can control about that. But I do hope you enjoyed watching this one. Videos will be coming out more regularly, of course, from here on out. So appreciate you guys supporting this channel. I'm Lucas from Mars. Have a great day, everybody. And God bless.